Top half of the sixth in Southern Maryland. Rockers 8, Blue Crabs 4. It's 9-1-2 for the Rockers. Aiden Brewer to lead off against Jalen Miller, who takes a look at a fastball high. And it's 1-0. The Rockers 8 runs on 9 hits today. Miller kicks and deals a breaking ball. Brewer was fooled, takes it for a strike. 1-1. Miller came on in relief of the starter Andrew Thurman, who lasted just 4 1/3 today. Gave up 8 runs, 7 earned on 9 hits. Brewer fouls one straight back to the screen. 1-2. A lot of offense today in the Atlantic League as well in these early window games. Only one coming to you later on. 4 o'clock start in Gastonia. The Rebs go for the sweep of the Ghost Peppers. 1-2 to Brewer. Tied him up with a fastball inside. Strike 3. Jalen Miller has retired 3 in a row since entering the fray. And top of the order now for the Rockers. Cody Wilson will stride in again.
Number 3, Cody Wilson.
Wilson today 1 for 3. Base hit, scored a run in the third. Miller ready. First pitch to Wilson. A slider that bounces up to the dish. 1-0. Lexington still with a 9-0 edge over Charleston. That game in the top of the sixth. Hagerstown looking for their first win of the season. They lead that game 5-3, top 5. About 50 miles from here. 1-0. That's inside on Wilson. 2-0. Stormers have taken a 3-2 narrow edge over the Ducks. That game zipping along in the top of the 8th. And of course the ball game going on here. 8-4 Rockers with the lead. 2-0. Wilson hammers the ball past Jamie Key, foul, and took a hard hop up into the stands, over everybody, and back onto the field of play. Ball made the rounds. 2-1 on Wilson. And Miller delivers a fastball upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Memory serves correct. The Rockers swept their opponent 5 times last year. 3-1. That's a swing and a miss. Miller went with the good old number 1, a fastball right past Wilson. It's 3-2 now. The count filled up to the brim. Rockers trying to sweep the Blue Crabs to open up the season in what is as close to a perfect start as you can have. 3-2 to Wilson, fouled back. 6-4 win on opening night, 14-4 win yesterday. And the Rockers now lead 8-4 here in the finale. Another payoff to Wilson. Is hit hard, foul on the ground again into the Blue Crabs pen. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miller is a pitcher that likes to work very deliberately, slow pace. Much different than what we see from certainly Brandon Backman, but even the starter for the Blue Crabs, Andrew Thurman, today. Had quite a pace. 3-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Changeup gets Wilson down. Second time Wilson's gone down on strikes. And back-to-back Ks now for Miller. He's retired 4 in a row since entering the game. Second time that Miller has appeared in this series. He's having much better success today than what he had on opening night. He allowed a couple of runs in just his 1 inning of work. Here's Luis Gonzalez again. First offering here, slider inside, 1-0. And if Luis Gonzalez can continue this pace, there is no doubt that organizations will come calling the Rockers to try and acquire his services. 1-0. Swing and a miss, a home run hack again. Came up empty. That changeup from Miller has looked pretty sharp. He's got a few swings and misses on that. Gonzalez pinwheels the bat through the zone. Now with a high hold. Miller's 1-1 pitch is high and away. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Gonzalez hammers this ball down the line and right. This will head to the corner and get all the way to the wall. Gonzalez around first, on his way to second. He's there with a double. Another extra base hit for Luis Gonzalez. You've got to be kidding me with this guy. You just can't get him out. Try as you might, but it's a 2-out extra base hit. Second hit of the ball game for Luis Gonzalez. 3rd trip on base in 4 plate appearances. And gives Ben Aklinski a chance to hit with 2 outs and an opportunity to pick him up. First offering to Ben. Missed outside with the fastball, 1-0. Now the catcher McCarthy will come out to have a talk. Aklinski in the ball game today, 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored, at a base hit in the 3rd. And this is following Aklinski getting hit on the hand, or so we thought. It was ultimately ruled a foul ball, but there was something we were going to monitor, but then Aklinski put all those thoughts to rest. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-0 now. That base hit wasn't any cheapie. That was a hard hit line drive past the shortstop Dexter. Over 100 off the bat. Breaking ball low. 3 balls and no strikes now. Apologize for the brief technical difficulties we experienced in this inning as well. 3-0 to Aklinski, taken for a strike. Getting the over pitch, fastball. Navigates its way in there, 3-1. Should be back at full strength now. Thank you for sticking with us here on the Rockers Baseball Network. We've had some technical difficulties on both sides of the broadcast. We do greatly apologize for that. 3-1 to Ben in the dirt, and he walked him again. Second plate appearance in a row that Aklinski has drawn a free pass. So first and second, couple of 2-out base runners for the Rockers, and Evan Edwards with a chance. Rockers' 2-out hitting last year was a spot where at times it was red hot and at times it was ice cold. Bit of a roller coaster. It was not too much consistency in that department. This year for the Rockers, they've certainly capitalized on hitting with 2 away and an inning. First and second right now, and a pitch from Miller. Breaking ball for a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Luis Gonzalez at second base. Aklinski behind him at first. 1-1. Edwards hits a high fly ball deep to right. Wilson back onto the warning track. Does the wind push this one out? Yes, it does. A 3-run homer for Evan Edwards. And the Rockers lead it 11-4. Mother Nature is the Rockers' best friend on that one. Evan Edwards, his 3rd day in a row with a home run. And High Point with double digits again.
Number 7, Ian Yetzko.
This offense is absolutely remarkable. And it brings up Ian Yetzko. Three straight 2-out base runners as Yetzko was looking to leave the yard with that swing on a fastball high. Came up empty. Nothing at 1. Evan Edwards now 5 RBIs in this game. That is a season high for any Rockers hitter. Next one to Yetzko, dusted him off a bit. Reason that Yetzko was in this game is because Max Vieira had to leave early on, was dealing with a bit of tightness in his right hamstring area. Don't want to speculate too much, but that definitely appeared to be what the case was, as Yetzko fouled another one off. It's 1-2. Not to say that the Rockers haven't missed Vieira, they have, but boy, have they picked him up. With another absolute barrage of offense. Running out of adjectives to describe what this Rockers offense has been able to do. You look at the line score again, they've been up 6 times, they've scored in 4 innings. It's been a crooked number in all of those innings. 11 runs on 11 hits today. Really, and it sounds cliche, but you could not have scripted a better start to this season. Bar none. 2-2, and Yetzko fouls it away. Everything that has been thrown the Rockers' way, they've handled. There was only one little stretch on opening night when Southern Maryland pitching sat down 12 straight Rockers, and then ultimately we know what happened. High Point won the game with 3 runs late. Yetzko battling another 2-2 as a curveball slapped on the ground to third. Fumbling with it is Baylor. It gets by him onto the outfield grass, and Yetzko will reach. And do they score this a hit or not? It was a hard hit ball. Baylor had to go down to a knee to corral it on the backhand, and they will score that an error. So Yetzko does not pick up the hits like he did in his last at bat. So it goes on the books as an E5. Another base runner for the Rockers with 2 outs. Here's Mendoza. First pitch to him, outside ball 1. 3-run homer for Mendoza in his last at bat. He's driven in 4 in the game today. Hard to go down the list and pick a player of the game. Everybody contributing these last couple of nights. A shot off the mound, and it will ricochet into center field for a hit. Yetzko to second base. How about this inning for the Rockers? It started with consecutive strikeouts, and all of a sudden, it's been 5 straight base runners with 3 hits, a walk, and an error mixed in. This should put into perspective how dangerous and how quick this Rockers offense can pounce. First and second for DJ Bird, a breaking ball up over his head. Stan Clyburn has got to be wondering what in the world has hit us here on opening weekend. This has been a nightmare scenario for the Blue Crabs as Burt fouls one away. One ball, one strike. 11-4, the Rockers with the lead here over the Blue Crabs. We're just in the top of the 6th. In this series, the Rockers, granted we still have just about half a game to go here, the Rockers have scored 31 runs, which is an average of over 10 a game, and we've still got 3 innings left to go as Burt grounds one up the middle. Behind the second base bag, Taylor will go the short way to second for the force, and that ends the inning. But not before the Rockers put up 3 more runs. A 3-run bomb from Evan Edwards